thinking. Been doing a lot of thinking lately and coming up with ideas and topics. And my main topic or my main drive is motion over motivation, as far as like making sure I'm always keeping momentum and I'm not being moved by motivation. Like motivation is a part of it, but it's just me making sure that I'm continually moving and processing and making sure make sure the next step is my best step. Like I just had a was thinking it's not a new thought, it's a older thought that I had. And the old thought, well, not old thought, but the thought that I had as far as when it comes to art and when it comes to drawing, that drawing is is lines and circles. It's a process. It's a connecting process. Like you start off with a line, and then you may curve it a little bit, or you may make a loop, or if you just like doodling or whatever, you go from, well, you start from a dot. So once that's putting whether the pen, the pencil, the chalk, the paint, you putting it on the canvas. So that's the dot. Then you either you move in a swift motion or a circular motion or a rounding motion. So dots, lines, and circles, but which all winds up connecting, So it's always moving and continuing, or you may have a hesitation, but it's still part of the drawing. The line is still there, the circle is still there, you're still making connections. So I equate motion over motivation because you're constantly moving, even if you hesitate a little bit. If you driving and you slow down, you're still driving, you're just moving at a slower pace, because either you're looking to see where you are, or the light is changing, or you're about to approach a stop sign, or someone is crossing the street, an animal or whatever. You slow down a little bit, and then when you got to go, you press forward. You put your foot on the gas and you accelerate, and you move a little faster. So that's how I came up with the motion over motivation. And when I'm talking about the lines and circles when it comes to drawing, it's like making the connections between like male and female. It's just a theory that I'm working out, but it's just like one may be going in a line and one may bend. It's not that it can't connect. You just got to figure out how to make it work. So that's your lines and your circles, and that's your motion over motivation. So you're figuring out how to make the picture come alive and make sense to those that are viewing, instead of like constantly hitting conflict or confrontations with each other, or trying to find who's at fault or who's to blame. You're looking at the picture bigger. Like I said, you got lines and circles, and you just connecting them. So, like I said, this is a thought that I'm having. I'm working it out to make it make sense, and making them all tie together in a sense. Merry Christmas to you, blessings to you. Appreciate y'all coming in. So yeah, I'm just clearing up some thoughts, and I figured I'd just get on here and talk them out. So like when you speak out loudly, you hear and you understand what you're saying, and you can process a little bit better than versus just thinking about it to yourself, which is all good. They all work together because it's tools that you're using to grow yourself. So yeah, my theory of art, as far as like, I try to connect everything together to make them make sense, or to make one thing make sense, or to figure out something else. Like I said, the lines and the circles, as far as like relationships, you got to figure out how to connect those Mitch Max. Man, that's difficult to say. Those things that don't quite align, but you got to figure out how to make it work, and you create something beautiful. So that's my TED Talk right now. I'm out of here. Peace out. Appreciate y'all for stopping by. Peace.